There.
Hi guys, Kathy here. How are you? For those that know me, hi, how you doing out there? For those that don't, you should. I'm one of the more popular girls here at high school. Anyway, I'm here posting this on YouTube because I've got something really exciting. All those that know Becky, guess what? The stupid jerk left her diary sitting on her desk, and I found it. So she deserves not to have her diary, and I deserve to have it because she's so dumb she left it on her desk. So guess what? I'm going to share it with all of you because I'm sure that's what she wanted. That's why she left it there. Why else would anybody leave their diary sitting on their desk if they didn't want it shared? Well, there you go. So you won't believe what's in this diary. It is amazing. It's good stuff. And you can all talk to her about it on Monday. So let's not forget that we went through a lot of crap at school, but she had a part to play in that too. So she really does deserve this. She's a witch. Okay, here goes. Diary entry number 1 from Becky. Dear Diary, it was my first day back to school. Now summer holidays are officially over. Alan and Kathy, that would be me, are still around and still make fun of me because I'm so fat. Well, she is. I saw Kyle today and he's still as mean as ever, but I don't see his sidekick Rudy. Kyle still makes me feel angry and anxious. Every time I look at him, I think about what he did to my brother Sam. Oh, well, give me a break. If Sam wasn't where he was, things would have been fine. He makes me so angry. Who does he think he is, borrowing his dad's BMW and running over my brother? Yeah, like he did it on purpose. I'm at least glad my brother Sam is still alive. I felt so much better when I met up with Omar, my best friend. Omar and I are both in Mr. Preston's class this year, and so is the new kid, Akil. Omar, give me a break. Akil seems a little weird. He is weird. They're all weird. He sits on the floor instead of at his desk. He doesn't listen to the teacher much, but he seems smart. The weirdest thing is that Omar invited him over to my house. I really don't want to hang out with this kid. She doesn't want to hang out with anybody. I'm afraid that I will be picked on more at school if I start hanging out with Akil. Excuse me, picked on more? You're picked on because of you. I'm upset with Omar. I'm going to go now. It's bedtime. I'm tired and I'll write soon. It's bedtime. Her mom's probably outside the door. So that was entry number 1, but it gets exciting, let me tell you. Diary entry number 2, Dear Diary. I have a lot to tell you because it's been been a few days since I had a chance to write to you. She even talks to her diary. You're not going to believe this, but the new kid Akil is being studied at NIH, the National Institute of Health. She even makes it look like a 1. I'm very curious, and I'm going to try and find out why. His behavior is a little weird sometimes, but also very scary. Omar wants us to sit with him at lunch tomorrow. Ooh, exciting, eh? This is even worse than inviting him over to my house after school. Everyone in the lunchroom would see us and with him and would pick on us for sure. I'm picking on you anyway, girl. You're fat. I'm already feel like a big loser, and I don't want to feel worse. It was interesting in Mr. Preston's English class when Akil raised his hand and yelled, "Can I go take a sh..." She couldn't even finish the word. Ha ha! It was so funny, but we all knew we couldn't laugh out loud. Some of us laughed. Give me a break. Get this, Mr. Preston sent me to tell Akil that he was being transferred to a remedial English class. Why me? Poor me. Why is it always me? I did tell Akil the news, and it seemed he didn't care. He started to talk about himself, and he told me a little bit about who he is. Oh, it's so exciting. I think I'm starting to like this kid. This is where it gets good. She's liking Akil. Give me a break. The kid sits on the floor. At lunch today, Kyle and Rudy were making fun of me. I don't know why I let them upset me so much. I think Kyle's brother bothers me the most because he almost killed my brother, and that hurt me a lot. Almost killed my brother. Your brother's fine, kid. Okay, diary, on to another topic, and this is a big secret. Get this, guys, this is a big secret. I found myself standing in front of my mirror, trying to find ways to look better for Akil. Oh, that's so creepy. Oh, I can't believe I just wrote that down. I have to go. Mom's calling me for dinner, but I'll write soon. Keep it a secret. We're keeping it a secret. So she likes them. Can you believe it? A freak likes a freak. A fat freak likes a freak. Let's just see where else this goes. Diary entry number 3. Dear Kathy, dear diary, sorry. I feel like she wrote to me. I know I haven't wrote in a long time, but boy, I do have stories to write about now. Akil just told Omar and I that both his parents were killed. Oh, give me a break. Omar just wanted to keep asking questions, but I felt sad for him. Oh, boo-hoo. I sensed that he felt sad, and it really upset him to talk about his parents dying. I don't know that Akil's whole story, what Akil's whole story is, but there's something scary and very sad whenever he starts to talk. Oh, yeah, so sensitive, aren't you? Something else happened that was very scary. Akil got into an argument with our teacher, Mr. Preston, about the wolves. Akil was very hurt and emotional when the teacher kept saying wolves are bloodthirsty and they kill people. He became so mad that he threw a book at the teacher. Ooh, big deal! Threw a book at the teacher. I was so worried for Akil. I ran after him. Oh, she ran after him. I'm really starting to like Akil. He told me that he really likes wolves, but he also said he couldn't tell me why. He said that they really wanted to tell me why he was going to NIH, but again, he couldn't. I think Akil is lonely and sad and would only like to be a friend. I want to be his friend, so I'll keep you posted on how things are going. I have to go do my homework. I'll write soon. Oh, God, isn't that a cute little love affair with Fatso? He wouldn't be able to get his arms around her. Diary entry number 4. Dear Diary. Wow, I'm so scared right now. You won't believe what's going on. Omar was asked by the teacher to deliver Kyle's backpack to him. Instead, Omar looked inside and then told Akil what he saw. It was freaky what Kyle had in his backpack. See, they stole Kyle's backpack. That's why they deserved that. His diary stole. He had a hit list with all kinds of names on it. It included kids of different race and people with learning problems. We couldn't believe it. We stole his keys from his backpack and made a plan to break into his house to see if he could find out more information. I have been terrified with this whole plan. It turned out that I'm the one that has to break into the house. So they did break into the house. This needs to be turned over to the police. I can't believe it. You can't imagine how scared and sick I felt, but I agreed to do it. If you felt so scared and sick, why did you do it? When I entered the house and entered his room, my heart was beating so fast I could almost hear it. I worked fast to try and find more information. The first thing I found was the box of broken glass. That was confusing, but I kept going and found the book with all the kinds of names. It was then that I heard someone coming down the hall. See, she admits to being in the house. I was panicked, but waited quietly until I thought the footsteps were gone. I took off out of the room so fast, only to run into Kyle's dad in the hallway. He was shocked as I was. He yelled for his wife to call the police, and I kept running out the front door. Now I'm afraid the police are going to find me. Well, they are now. You should see this book I took. It has names and plans and dates of when Kyle says he's going to kill people. Omar, myself, and Akil are terrified because our names are in the book. We have all agreed it was too soon to involve any adults at this time. We agreed to keep an eye on Kyle and Rudy and watch their every move. We think Rudy is involved because of the conversations he and Kyle had. I have to go right now because we're getting ready to go on a hunting trip with my dad. But you can bet I'll write soon. See what a nasty girl she is? She breaks into people's houses. Yeah, right. Listen to this. Diary entry number 5. Dear Diary, I got so caught up with the craziest things that were happening, I totally forgot to mention that Akil has been holding my hand. Ooh, he's going to hold my hand. Giving me hugs and comforting me. Ooh, comforting me. Give me a break. This is sick. Remember when I said I was starting to like him? Well, my new secret is that he's starting to like me. I felt funny all week inside when he holds my hand and hugs me. Okay, I last left off telling you we were going hunting. The trip was good, but not because we shot any animals. Akil told Omar and I the reason why he goes to NIH is because he was raised by a pack of wolves. A pack of wolves in India. And now everybody wants to study him. This is a huge national secret, and we promised not to tell anybody. Well, now everybody knows. You all know. I know. Omar and I were both in shock and full of questions. Anyway, he thought we should know because being raised with wolves helps to have a special extra sense about what people are up to. He wants us to trust him with this whole Rudy and Kyle hit thing. Since we got back to the city, Akil has taught us a lot about wolves. Our new plan was to treat Kyle and Rudy as if they were part of the wolf pack, and we are teaching them how to socialize all over again. We're being friendly to them, but we also treating them like omega wolves. We are going to act like the alpha wolves. I was so scared and nervous when I walked into the school and was going to stare into Kyle's eyes and look away like I usually do. I felt sick as I saw him walking down the hall, but I walked straight up and looked right at him, and I could not believe it. He looked down at the floor and away from me. Because you're so ugly! I also met Kathy in the bathroom. That's me. And first I looked down, and then I remembered to look her straight in the eyes and started to speak to her, and she looked away and was very uncomfortable. That's a bunch of crap. I'm not looking away from that witch. The only reason why I look away is because she's so ugly. I was so excited I couldn't wait to tell the boys. The boys did not do so well. Akil got punched in the mouth by Kyle. We're meeting very soon to talk about maybe a new plan. I'll keep you updated. Oh, give me a break. Like if this was such a big deal, then why, eh? Why? Why didn't they tell somebody? Why didn't they do something? Look at the trouble they caused. This is the last entry in the diary. Dear Diary, the last few days have been the saddest days of my life. Kyle and Rudy followed through with their plans because we couldn't stop them. The boys and I tried to warn Dr. Mack by sending him emails with links that Rudy and Kyle had been on a computer at school. He obviously couldn't make sense out of them in time. I woke up in the morning of December 12th and realized that Latin code Kyle and Rudy used referred to today, not February 12th. I felt sick with panic. So she knew before anything even happened at the school. She didn't want to stop it. She wanted people to get hurt too. I got to school as fast as I could, but just as Akil and I were going to pull the fire alarm to get everyone out of school, the big explosion happened. Yeah, it did, and people got killed. Kyle was in the office with a gun and was going to kill Dr. Mack, and people were running everywhere, and it was crazy. Akil jumped at Kyle, and Kyle shot him in the stomach. I lost it with rage and hit Kyle over the head and jumped him and banged his head on the floor until he passed out. Omar and I started to drag Akil and Mr. Mack out of the office where others were there to help us. I was so scared, confused, and angry that I could barely think. Well, why didn't you do something before all this happened then, if you were so confused and scared? The police, fire trucks, and ambulances were there. I sat with Akil holding him tight. He reached up and kissed me. Even in the moment, the girl can't think of anything else because she'll never get it again. I will never forget the warm, special moment. I kissed him back right in front of everyone. He was taken off to the hospital just when we thought it was okay. Another huge explosion went off. Well, of course it did. You didn't do anything about the first one. Panic set in as Omar and I realized we did not pull Kyle out of the office, and that was where the bomb went off. Oh yeah, panic set in. You wanted that to happen. It was sad to go to Kyle's funeral, but worst of all was attending Akil's funeral. Oh, her love is gone. I was such a mess. I couldn't even go. She couldn't even go. What kind of friend is that? Omar and I went. Omar and I planned a Hindu funeral with prayers and all. We did one thing that Akil told us was very important to him. During one of his stories, he mentioned that when he died, he wanted his ashes spread in the middle mountain with the wolves. My dad drove us up there. We spread the ashes in the river. We couldn't even go to the funeral. As we were leaving, we heard the wolves howl, and I'm sure they were welcoming Akil back into their family. Oh, this is just unbelievable. He was special, and he made me feel special. Mill Mountain will always be our special place from now on. I hate to end on a sad note, so instead I will say Akil will always be a happy memory. Oh, poor her. Can you believe it? That's Becky's diary. Ha!